Hello, everybody. This is Dawn. Thank you so much for stopping by. I thought I would do this video on burning questions I'm sure a lot of people have. So, questions like my name and, different things. So, anyway, I'm going to do this video to answer those questions. And if I missed anything, leave a comment down below and ask away. I will respond, okay? So first one is, and I've got my notes over here so I don't forget anything. One thing that is very common among cults, and yes, there are some people calling Last Days Ministries a cult. So I thought I would address this about inappropriate sexual relationships. Sometimes the leader, a lot of times, the leader like uses his position to bless the women of the group, like this is God's blessing to you that I have sex with you, whatever. I'm sure you've heard the stories. So I want to make it very, very clear that Keith has never been sexually inappropriate with me or anybody else that I've ever seen. So I just want to make sure everybody knew that, because nobody's really asked the question. It didn't come up in the interview with me. So I thought I would address it because I'm sure people are thinking, wondering, and no, I did not see any of that. So Keith was very respectful of boundaries, physical boundaries, and things of that nature. And he was very sensitive to anything that was sexually inappropriate, and he did not want to allow anything that was sexually inappropriate to go on in the ministry. In fact, there was a situation where, and I mentioned this in the interview, that there were two women who became very close friends, a little too close for Christian comfort, and he split them up. So he was very sensitive to that. So one of them had to leave the ministry. Okay, next one. Oh, I wanted to mention though, this is not necessarily sexually inappropriate, but he did arrange some marriages. In what I mean by that is he told these people that he believed God wanted them to be together. So when you have this prophet of God saying you should be with this other person, and that person telling you is a prophet, they're intense already, because and that's what prophets are supposedly. That's what they are, very intense individuals. And Keith was this way. You don't say no to that. He's a prophet, he's a man of God, he hears God, he knows what God wants, and he knows better for you what God wants for you. So anyway, there was some of that went on. And just recently, my friend Sharon got a message from somebody who said that Keith had approached him about marrying me. So that was a little bit weird because I was 16 and he was, I think, 21. So yeah, that was a little bit weird. But other than that, no, nothing that I'm aware of happened. Okay, so the history of my name. I was born Dawn Michelle Hutchison, and then when I came to live with Keith and Melody, Keith required me to use his last name, so I went by Dawn Green. Um, and then after I left the ministry, I did get married and took on his last name, which is Zemer. And after the divorce, I didn't bother changing it because I'm lazy. that's I didn't want to bother. But so that's really the history of my name. And I did legally change my name to Green to show my appreciation to my foster parents. Um, I think I was 18 or older. I can't remember exactly how old I was, but so anyway, that is the history of my name. Okay, do I consider Keith's treatment of me to be abuse? And I'm going to have to say yes, but his intentions in his heart, he was in a good place. He really did love me, and he wanted to take care of me and do the best he could for me. So, but if I run into your car and I didn't intend to, I'm still responsible for the damage. Okay, so I'm going to put that out there. I don't want to say that Keith meant to hurt me, because he didn't. I don't believe that. I believe his heart was in the right place. He just did not know how to overcome his personality of being intense and in your face and saying mean things to people. And and I do know that once he was made aware of something, he did work on it. He did try to change. Just there are certain things about our behavior that is near impossible to change until you get to the root belief. And usually there's emotional something anchoring that belief in place and then causing you to behave a certain way. Whether you want to behave that way or not, whether you like it or not, it doesn't matter. It kind of goes on automatic because it's deep within your unconscious or subconscious mind. I'm not sure what to call it, but it's deep inside there and you're unaware of it. And until you bring it up and become aware of it and connect the dots. Well, I act this way because of this. Well, I'm an adult now. I don't need to. I was a child when that happened. That caused me to believe certain things about myself, which is why now I behave this way. You can then break the cycle. You can then change once you understand where it came from and why. So I believe that's where Keith was, is that he had some things in his unconscious mind that was driving his behavior, and he didn't know how to deal with it. A lot of people don't. We don't get taught how to deal with our childhood traumas, and we all have them. We all have these childhood traumas, and if you don't learn to heal them, then they can control your behavior. So I'll just leave it at that. There's a question of whether I got an inheritance after Keith died. No, I did not get an inheritance, and I'm okay with that. I did not, and still do not feel like the ministry or Melody or anybody owes me anything. And I don't feel the need to sue, for being abused or anything of that sort. I've dealt with it. I've healed a lot of it. So I'm good. I don't need anything. So yeah, no, I did not get an inheritance. So did I ever have children of my own? No, I did not. And I don't know if everybody or anybody will understand this, but I never really have, and I still don't have a desire to have children. So I never did. I never pursued that. Now, I remember believing and feeling like I needed to, because of what I was told at the ministry, that we need to have babies for God, that we need to raise them up in the army of God. And that is something kind of disturbing because it's kind of militant. So I'm going to talk about that in another video, a little bit more about that. But no, I did not have children of my own, nor do I have the desire to have children of my own. There's a question of whether I keep in touch with Melody and the girls. I am friends with them on Facebook, and occasionally I do interact with Rachel and Rebecca. I am friends with Melody, but on Facebook, but I've not communicated with her, and I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I don't need Melody to apologize. I don't desire that at all. I don't feel the need for anybody to apologize. I'm good. I am really doing well. I'm in a very good place now. I'm in a very happy place. I have a lot of self-confidence, self-awareness, and I don't feel the need to hear anything from anybody in order to feel good. I feel good already. So I'll leave it at that. Okay, that's all the burning questions that I have right now. If you have any other questions that I may have missed, please leave them down below. I will get back to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you all. And until next time, blessed be.